So this is our second part of the training session of the MIEE application process. I welcome you to this session, and I hope you spend with us an informative and an interesting session today, inshallah. Today we will continue the second part of the application process. So I will quickly go through a reminder of where we stopped last time, and then we will directly start. I already shared the links to this way, which is like a guide to the application process. You can go back to it anytime you need it in this way here. So let me switch to this way. I included a couple of links and courses, if you want, in Microsoft Learn, etc. And these are among the most important courses to be covered to prepare you for the application. Okay, so this is a quick reminder. This is Hanan Dahri talking to you from Al Houthi School, Al Dhafra region or Al Dhafra cluster. This is within our initiative, which is the next MIEE 2023, of course. This is an initiative of the team Ruwad al-Ibda', or Pioneers of Innovation. So this is myself here. I am a lead teacher of English, and I am a certified trainer. I am a certified educator in many international platforms such as Nearpod, such as Flipgrid, Wakelet, etc. And of course, I am an MCE and an MIEE for the last 2 years. This is my colleague Rabab Al-Sadiq, social studies teacher, and these are the members of the team, of course. This is Hanan Jamal, she is a KG teacher. This is Miss Cynthia, and she is a physics teacher, and Ashwani, a DT teacher. All of us are MIEE 2022, 2023, well, I mean 2021, 2022, and inshallah, of course, with you this year, we will apply again for the MIEE 2023, inshallah. This is the link to our, of course, our team in or our channel in the Telegram, and I will share with you the link to join, of course, if you haven't joined the Telegram. So go ahead, please, and join it. In this link, I will share the certificates of today. And also, so you will receive certificates and you will receive updates. So go ahead, please, and join us. And later, inshallah, we will be conducting Q&A sessions. If you need any support later with your application or anything. So it's all in the, of course, embedded in this way, though. And I would like, if you are not familiar with this way, take a look at this. You can even duplicate it. You can look at it. You can click the 3 dots here or the ellipsis. You can say here, duplicate this way, and then you will have a copy and you can edit. So you can, why I'm giving you here the opportunity, well, I'm explaining that you can duplicate, because you can play with it, you can see what you can change and what happens and everything. So this is good practice for this way of your application, inshallah. So why not? You just click the 3 dots here, which are a feature of Microsoft tools. So click it, duplicate this way, and then you can work on it yourself. You can change and everything. And don't worry, the original one will always be shared in the Telegram. You have the link there already. Right. To duplicate this way and then to click and make some changes, when you click the storyline, it will show you step by step how it is done, and you can change the pictures and everything. And then if you want to present or share, you can click on the design. Okay, we will have the next session, inshallah, directly after the MIEE application. Will be either Sway or Flipgrid, because both of them are crucial, if you want, are very important to the MIEE application. Okay, So let me continue. So these are, as I said, important links. I included today's registration form and achievement codes and everything. Okay, so you have it there for you. This is, of course, an initiative from Al Hawaitin School, Al Dhafra region, United Arab Emirates, and we are also working in coordination or under the auspices of the Arab Twinning Educational Voluntary Project or Initiative, which is an initiative that includes 26 training teams from the Arab world to prepare teachers to apply for MIEE. And of course, that is not the main goal. So the main goal is to, if you want to take the teaching and learning to the next stage, so we can, keep up with the changes, implement 21st century skills in our classrooms, and of course, promote the use of technology. Okay, now last time we covered all these points. Why do you need to be an MIEE? What it means. By the way, if you join the MIEE program, so you will receive a couple of benefits, including, for example, and this is something really nice, including you will be added to a group on Facebook, and you will receive updates before anyone else, and you will be given opportunities of professional development. And if there are new tools or new products from Microsoft, you will know first before other teachers. Like in the couple of months, for example, MIEE, some of us were involved in trying or in a trial of a research tool, which will be added to Microsoft Teams, which is a great, wonderful tool, and they are releasing it now. So congratulations, and this is a great news really, because you will all love it if you prefer to implement research strategies and help and support your students. You will have now the opportunity to apply that directly from your teams, which is great, and it gives you and your students the ability to filter. It will tell you which ones or which sites are reliable, which are not. It will give you accurate data and many more. It's really an amazing tool added to Microsoft Teams. I'm sure they will share the updates about that as soon as possible. They have already started and talked to everyone. They make it public now. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, now back to our application process. So where am I going to start? For you, you can access, as we said last time, you can access from Microsoft Learn, or you can access from the link directly. You go to the application. So it's one of them. So you can either access it from your account, okay, or from the link directly, and you will find yourself that you are already added or you are already there. Okay, so I'm logging in here with this is not my account. This is my sister's account, and she hasn't applied yet for MIEE. So I'm showing you a beginner account. And these are some of the courses that she redeemed, and she took on Microsoft Learn, of course. But as you remember, we said last time that you need all to have the MIEE badge. These are, I explained this last time, so these are courses that either taken or started and not finished. Okay, these are some suggestions. Now, if you are here, and I will share with you this link, you can click the link and I will guide you to the application. Okay, then from here, so you click Educator Center here, and then it says here Educator Programs. And then when you open it, you have MIEE Expert. This is one way. When you click this, it will take you directly. So from the same page, it will take you there. Or you can just click this copy or this link here, and I'm sharing the second link, which will take you directly. If you have saved your login details from last time, just click that and you will find yourself here. Am I sharing screen correctly? Okay. Oh my gosh, no. It's still in this way. All right, let me share again. I'm sorry. So you did not mismatch though. So I will share my whole screen. So when I switch, you will be able to see where I am. Okay, so first I was here in Microsoft Learn. Let me just give me a moment. Okay, so if you are in Microsoft Learn, you access your application process from here, from Educator Center. So if you click there, you scroll down to the last option, Educator Programs, and then MIEE Expert or MIE Expert here. Okay, then, so if you click it, it will just switch this window to the other one. For me, I did this earlier. I just opened it in another window, and that's what I have. So the second link that I shared with you will be this one. My internet is a bit slow, so I apologize. Bear with me, please. Okay, you will find yourself here if you open. Okay. So from here, it will ask you to either register or sign in. You click that and it will take you to your window. Of course, if you saved your login details from last time, you will find them already saved. So for me, here it is, it's saved here because I chose to log in with the personal email and I did not use Microsoft account or school or work account. However, I told you last time, if you used any of these accounts, just click it and log in to your application. You will see it will give you, the steps that you have already finished last time. So we finished last time the personal information, and see, you can always edit it, which means if you want to change, for example, your organization or school or personal email or phone number or something that you've added here, we did not add phone number. So here you can edit it any time, even after you apply for MIEE. So it is not a problem. Okay, then you cannot add a new self-nomination because you have already one from last time. So this time I will click edit information. Okay, so for edit information, we covered this together last time until this section here. So remember last time we were speaking about Microsoft tools and STEM resources. And I guess here, so we spoke about this, but this time I will stop here. How many courses and paths? I think we covered this also, like how to download your transcript, but I will just quickly remind you of how to do that if you need to. So this is your profile. You go to the right corner and click profile. This is how to get your transcript, but you don't need transcript now. You will need it when you are happy with your achievements. Okay, so when you are happy with your achievements, you can download your transcript and upload it in a OneDrive and then share the link with that. So these are the achievements. However, I will go here, click achievements, and then you have here, what is my transcript? Oh, transcript in the last one, sorry. I was thinking of something else. So here, when you click transcript, the last one, you will have them all already added, but you can download this as a PDF. So click print and then follow the instructions. It will print to PDF and then save your PDF to your laptop or computer and then upload it to OneDrive and then share a link that everyone can view. I will stop here. This is just to remind you, but remember, everything you can reach is or you need, you can reach from your profile. Always go to the top right corner from your profile. You will see anything, like you will have your certification, your achievements, your collections. Collections are courses that you prefer, for example, and that you saved for later. You will find support in Q&A. You can post questions there, and you can answer questions to get reputation points, etc. Now, let me go back to the application process. So we also, I guess we discussed here these ones. I guess no here. So we have the tools that you have already been using. For these ones, the answers will, of course, vary from one person to the other. But please, like, be honest with these ones. Why? Because you will need to, if you click, for example, daily or you will include a couple of evidence for that, just to make sure that you are aware of these things. So also, I do not advise you to click never. However, it's possible, like why not? But it's not advisable, because if you are applying for Microsoft Innovative Educator and then Expert, you must have known or experienced most of these things. Okay, so for example, here using Microsoft Teams, is it daily, monthly, rarely, etc. Microsoft Forms, so is it weekly, is it daily, is it which frequent, or with which frequency you use it? Is it something that's present every day in your class, or is it weekly, or rarely, or never? OneNote, for example, for personal organization, and there is the other one, the question for OneNote or staff notebook for professional organization. So is it always, is it, well, daily, weekly, monthly, rarely? Then you have OneNote class notebooks. Have you ever used it? And you select here what applies to you with these things or with these tools. Here, Flipgrid, same thing. Is it monthly, weekly, rarely? How often do you use it? And Minecraft Education Edition. Remember, these are among, like, you should be using at least one of these things, at least the Flipgrid or the Minecraft, and of course, or the class notebook or the OneNote. At least one of them you must have used in order to be accepted in the MIEE program. So if you click never in these ones, like you cannot, perhaps, I guess you will not qualify for the next level, because when you finish this section and you submit your application, you will be notified within like a week or 2 weeks that your application is accepted and it will go to the next stage or not. So they will notify you, but after, of course, after the 7th of July, when they close the application deadline. Right. The next question here is, how often do you use these STEM resources? For example, Make Code or Hacking STEM or Microsoft Imagine Academy. And honestly, I remember for me, I never used, for example, Microsoft Imagine Academy. I asked my students to do some courses, but they just ignored me. They're very busy. Hacking STEM, same thing, but Make Code, it depends, because if you did Minecraft, for example, or Make Code or any of these, you just mention it there, based, of course, on your specialty as well. Some teaching specialties do not allow you, or you may not have time if you want to implement all of these in your lessons. Now, the next ones are features of the PowerPoint, for example. So have you ever used live presentations? And of course, I guess in this case, we have daily. Have you ever used in PowerPoint recording lessons? Is it daily, weekly, monthly, etc.? And I'm not giving here now, I'm not giving an example of PowerPoint. However, if you need if you're not sure how to record using PowerPoint, or to turn it as a video, or presenter coach, subtitles, embedding forms, or inking, please post it in the chat. In the end of the session, I can show you some examples. So just if you have a question about this now, post it in the chat. So have you ever saved your PowerPoint as a video? And then you choose here the right answer for you. Presenter coach, same thing. Subtitles, same thing. And then embedding forms or inking. So this applies, or these are tools in the PowerPoint. The next one here, and with this I will be showing you some examples, because some of them could be, you know, not very common, but they will surprise you if you haven't used these features or haven't known about these before. So it says in this section, how often do you and your learners use these features in the Microsoft Edge browser? Okay, we will start with, for example, the immersive reader. You have the read aloud, extensions, translation, income PDF, generating QR codes, collections, and web capture. So I would take you to the Microsoft Edge. This is our Sway page, for example, and we will start from here. Okay, so in this section here, so now I'm on my web Edge browser, and trust me, you will love this browser. So here, for example, in the Edge browser, you have a couple of options. If you look in the top here, you find, so please follow my mouse. So here you have the A, and it says read aloud. If you click it, and then we'll see what happens.
Specific power or crops. Those in your organization with the link.
Okay, and here I can, so I'm reading this section. If you want it to read for you this section only, you can select it. And then again here, so let me start over. I selected this section. If you just click the A, like what happened with me now, it will read everything for you that is on the screen. Now I made the selection, and then I will choose the read aloud here. I will pause, and here I will choose the voice option. So here, for example, am I reading someone neutral? Do I want Microsoft, for example, Mark or David, or if you want an accent, etc. So I would choose that one, and then you can choose the speed. Is it slow or normal or fast? It's up to you. And then, so I will select here these three or this section here, and then I will click play.
3 parts of the nomination form. 1. About you. This is simply so we know who you are. If you use other tools/devices and are members of other communities from other tech companies.
Okay, so this is here an example. It's reading for you. Perhaps you could be busy. You want just to listen to what is in this document, and you're working on something else if you are good at multitasking, of course. And then, or if you want to read and then do something else, etc. So you can play this option. So this is the immersive reader. That is why here they're asking about it. So how often do you or your learners use these features? So you can use this feature, for example, to support your struggling students. If you teach English or any other subject and you want them to improve, for example, their reading skills or their reading, abilities, then you can choose this option. Now, if you see here, so I have the next option, which is here. So if you click the Enter Immersive Reader, it will take you to another section here. Okay, so a minute. Okay, so here it will take you separately to something else. Okay, then if you go back, you have, for example, this link. So this is something that I opened already in my browser. So when you click it, or even if you don't click it, you see here, you can change this section into a QR code from this link directly. So if you click it, this is the QR code to my Sway. And then here, if you want, of course, you have the favorites section. This one, this is an extension that I added if you need it. If you need, for example, to translate this, for example, this page, etc. So you can add it. And then you have here, you have the extensions of the Edge extensions. You have, when you click it, and it's available in Edge, of course, browser. If you click it, it will give you a couple of, or it will give you all the possible extensions that you can add to your Microsoft Edge. You can either search for them or you can find what you need. Today, for me, it's a bit slow, and all these could be added to your, of course, browser there. Okay, so for me, I added the translator, so you can just either look for it, or, so for example, if you need a translator, it will give you the possibilities here. And then you can, when you click get, it will be added directly to your browser. Okay, so this is about extensions. I will stop here, and then you have still in the Microsoft Edge, you have something else. You have here something called collections. And if you click it, so this is the plus here in the browser. For collections, you can collect new or websites that you think are interesting. So for example, if you're reading or if you made research about a couple of things, but they are all in Microsoft Tools, so you can create a collection that is called Microsoft Tools, and then you can save to it a couple of things. You can save, for example, so here you can save a video from YouTube, you can save a page that you modified here, for example, etc. So here, for example, this is a page on YouTube. You can just open it, or let me open it in a different window. Okay, or for example, if I want, let's say for me, if I want here Learn, I will just add it, Microsoft Learn, for example. And then if I want the Flipgrid, for example, you see a couple of things here. So let's say I have these all these things and I want them all in one page, for example, then you can add them. You can click any of them and then you click plus to collection. So you can start a new collection, for example, and you can add it or add any link to it. So this is an example, or this is what they mean here by collections, which is down here. Extensions, we finished that. Translation, the same. Translation could be also done easily, not just with adding if you want the extension. No, you can actually translate while you are in the screen itself. So you click any document here and you select it, for example, and then you have that option here, which is translate. So you right click and you add either translation, and you can see here add to collection. You can share, you can do a web select or a web capture from here. You have also open selection in immersive reader. You have a couple of things here that are really interesting from just when you highlight something or when you right click just in the page itself. Just right click and you will have these options. This is also, I found really interesting, send to your devices. So if you're reading this in your laptop and you want to add it to your computer, for example, PC, or if you want to have to access it from your mobile, you can just add it from this option. You can create a QR code for this page. You can read it aloud, etc. We covered these things. So for example, for web select, you can just click it from here and it will give you the option of, or the screenshot. It could be, you can copy it here and then you can save it. You can, if you want, if I need this section here, I will again. These are options for this way, by the way, the links that you see. Okay, but I need the immersive reader, for example, or this way, the other options. So I would right click here and then I would say, for example, I will add only this section to a new collection. So I have Microsoft Tools. This is one of the collections that I created just as an example, or I can create a new collection. So for example, here, I would say it's added here to new collection. If you click the plus, it will take you to the new collections. And I have here a new collection that is, you can, of course, you can rename it, okay? Or you can send it to either Excel, OneNote, or Word. You can sort it and filter by name, by date, etc. You can copy, you can paste, you can show citation, where is it from, etc. And it gives you, do you want the ELA citation, the Chicago, etc., a couple of them. Then for the collection itself, it has some options. So this one here, you can either delete it, or if you right click with your mouse, you have a couple of options. So you can delete, paste, or you can add to it. You can open it in a private window, etc. Now, I have here another example for that. So for example, if I click here, if I click, for example, this section here, and I am, or I need to, for example, to work on it, only this section here. So I will highlight, or I will select like this, and then I will add a copy, and then I can take it and work on it on any other section. Let me see something else that is not sway, for example. So let's check, for example, this course, for example. It doesn't have to be Microsoft, but these are the ones that are open for me, and I wanted to use them. I don't want many windows open for connection reasons, so that's why I'm working here. Now, if I wanted to highlight or to web select this section, look, it's different from this way. So this will be, again here, a different copy. So you can copy it as a text, and you can, if you want to,
Collaborate
it
with
could
SharePoint
be
and Microsoft.
if your reader is already working, so you can, it will start reading directly, and then you can have a couple of options with that. You can add it again to your collections, etc. Now the next thing here will be this one. Where am I? So, okay. So we finished the translation. We finished, well, for the inking on PDF, it's another story, and it's really very interesting as well. So just quickly, I will just open any PDF document that I have now. I hope it responds quickly. So for example, if I have a PDF document that I shared, for example, with my students, that I want to share, for example, with my students. So this is an example of a PDF, for example. This is a text. No, I'm sorry. So for the PDF, of course, if I want to work on it, if I want, or if I need the inking, I should click open with, and then Microsoft Edge. Okay, and then it opened already for me the inking section. See, when I open any document on Microsoft Edge, it already gives me the draw options, all of them. And then it gives me, of course, here the option to add a text, the immersive reader, that is the A here, it can start reading for you the whole text.
12A.
Or if you select same thing, so same options will apply here. But for me, I need now, for example, I need to work on something. So I need to highlight, for example, or I need to write on, for example, here, okay, I want to underline, or if I want to add a text, for example, so I would just click anywhere, and here I can write any thing, and I can save it. So here, for example, think about this. So you can, or for example, a miserable one. So here I would say you can even change or edit a PDF, etc. You can add, you can annotate for your students if they are reading, for example, a text, and you want them to focus on something, you can add it here for them. etc. Now, if you want to share this with your students, sometimes we know that usually we use forms, etc., but you can also share a PDF Word document with them. Ask them to, for example, to annotate, to highlight, etc., and then they can do that, to underline, for example, adjectives, or circle, for example, nouns, and everything. Now, I worked only in this section here, so I will choose I will right-click, okay, and then, oops. So I will right-click here, and then I will use the web capture, and then I will take this as, or save this for me here as a picture, or add it to collections, etc. So this is about the Microsoft Edge, or the inking on PDF. And of course, these are some examples. If you are a math teacher, for example, or an IT teacher, or whatever your specialty is, you could think of more or better uses of Microsoft Edge than myself, because you will tailor it to your needs, of course. So we finished these sections here. Let's move on. You have the next points, and I think we discussed as well this: how many Flipgrid virtual field trips have you joined in the past 6 months? So for this one, if you have, if you tried any Flipgrid trip, you can write. If not, you just leave it blank. For me, I left it blank last time, or last year when I applied, and it wasn't a problem, honestly. How many grid pulse connections have you completed in the past 6 months? And I remember we discussed this as well last time, because we said that grid pulse are people that you follow on Flipgrid. When you go to Flipgrid, you show, let me just share with you that section. So just give me one moment. I will open Flipgrid, which is already here. So I will leave this one. You can save if you want or not. It's, you know, it's up to you how you can use your, of course, your PDF or your examples. Let me take you to Flipgrid and show you where you can find Flipgrid Pulse. But you need to, if you are familiar with Flipgrid, that is fine. If not, you will need training with us about Flipgrid and how you can use it in the classroom. I'm sorry, so trying we get to Flipgrid. So I will need my educator dashboard here for Flipgrid. The connection is a bit slow, so apologies. I will continue. For Flipgrid, I signed up like in 2019, but with Google. So I'm still using the same account. Oh no, actually not with Google. I signed in with MIEE. So I will continue. Anyway, so let me go back to the questions until this loads. It's a bit slow. Let me leave learn here as well. Okay, so for the grid pulse, you need to put there your input. I guess we are having connection problems because of the exam. Yeah. Okay, external links won't work for me for Flipgrid, I think. I'm just trying now, but I think it won't work. But we will, inshallah, give it a full training in English about Flipgrid, because we have already finished one in Arabic. and the recording is in the Telegram chat. Is there, but we will do a training session, inshallah, in English, and we will explain all of this. The team and I, of course. Anyway, so here I cannot get there. So let me go back to the application process. See, today, because we have exams now, that is why I couldn't take you to Flipgrid. They are blocking external sites. Okay, this was already, alhamdulillah, open earlier. Okay, so let me take you to the next question. But Flipgrid are, or Grid Pals are the colleagues that you should connect or collaborate with in some of the topics. For example, if you are teaching the same topic or the same age group and you are discussing something, either curricula or extra curricular activities could be, of course, implemented or done with other colleagues. So why not? You can try that. Of course, this shows them, the evaluators, of course, that you are already collaborating with other colleagues, that you are sharing your students' voice, because for them, Flipgrid is the students' tool to empower every voice that's there, or students' voice and choice. This is the logo or the slogan, sorry, of Flipgrid. So that is why, and it is a wonderful tool. Honestly, if your students get used to it, they will love it. And yourself, you will enjoy seeing their videos and their contributions. You will love that a lot. Right. These are now the questions that we can, you can follow up with me, please. And here you can click these answers. So it will ask you to answer these questions, and we have to answer them correctly. Okay, so the first question will be, through the immersive reader and learning tools, students can and check all that apply. Listen to a text being read aloud as the words are highlighted. Yes, it's already checked. Choose how content is presented visually. Yes, because where is my sway? If you remember, and I will show you again the sway. So here for this section, for example, and then you click the read aloud, or sorry, if you right click here, open in immersive reader, see what happens. So this is the section, this is immersive reader, and then it gives you either the read aloud section, or then the text. It will give you the possibilities or options to either make it bigger, for example, for if you have students that have vision problems, for example, if they are on glasses, if their glasses are scratched, you know, it happens in class. You can choose the suitable font. You can choose how the columns are put, for example, or the width, for example. You can choose the background of that text. You know, you can choose bright colors, for example, if you want them to cheer up, for example, purple, or if it's a lovely little lady, she would love the pink one, etc. and so on. These are like a couple of things that you can do with the text preferences here. The grammar tools, which is amazing. So look at the grammar tools. So now I have this section here. I want all the, now if you are a teacher of English or Arabic, this applies. لأنه because the immersive reader is or comes in like as many languages as you can think of, especially the main languages. I think it's 80 or more languages are there. So you can highlight the nouns in purple, and wait, let me choose a different background here. So we'll go back to normal or to the white background or this color. It looks nice. So here you have, let's say, the verbs, for example, in red or in any different color that you choose. It will show you the verbs. The adjective will be in green and the adverbs will be in orange, for example. We do not have, so you can ask students, can you show me the adverbs or the adjectives, etc. You can explain that you can add actually more options here. You can turn on or off here the line focus if it is one line that you want them to look at. You can also turn on picture dictionary, for example here, classroom, and then you click it and then you will see a picture right away. Imagine if you do this with your students, if they are struggling, for example, and then teachers. So for example, you can choose something else. So it will allow you to, let me see again why that stopped. So it says here, okay, sorry. You can also translate, etc. For the picture dictionary, it tells you that not, of course, like for example, refers, I cannot find a picture for this. Okay, specialist, for example, so if the cursor changes to a star, then you can see a picture for that. Learning, for example, you see, so when you are going through the text, your cursor will show you if you can find a picture for this or no. Okay, professional, for example, and see like the keywords, important vocabulary could be used as well or showed to your students as a picture as well. If you look at, okay, let me click this, sorry. If you look at the reading preferences more, so remember, I highlighted the text and then right click and then open in immersive reader. Yani I opened, it will take you to another window, not to the main window that you were at. You see, so it's a different window. Even in the top here, it says in the top of the browser, it says immersive reader. Okay, but this is my sway. This is the original selection that I did. I selected a paragraph. Okay, then you can translate either the entire page, it will translate for you into Arabic, or you can translate it to any other language that you choose. See how many languages are there, like a lot. Okay, so you can choose to Arabic, and here we go. That's Arabic. This word did not translate because it didn't make sense. It was half a word, not a whole word in the original text. Okay, now if you do not want this, so what will happen if I want this one here to go back to my original text here? It should show you here the original text. So you just click the translation, and then if you translate, for example, into Arabic again, it will translate for you. So, but it will need a moment as well. Now you can pin this section here, etc. So this will be 1 minute. I don't know why it's not showing. So, okay. And then when you switch it off, it will take you back to your original text. So this means that if you are on Learn and there is this text, or if you are reading any text on Microsoft Edge, and then you find interesting, you can have a couple of options to do with that. Okay, for the grammar tools, we finished that. There is also the labeling, etc. So this is immersive reader. Let me take you back to the questions. Type. It says here, collaborate with others through chat. No, we cannot do this in immersive reader. So don't check this one. The next one, translate into over 60 languages. Yes, it can. Okay, it can translate into more than 60 languages. Is it to use a built-in dictionary for real-time vocabulary support? Yes, it does. And capture video of students reading text to share with teachers? No. This is possible in Microsoft tools, but this is possible via the reading progress or the reading coach from Teams, not on Edge. This is available, but on Teams, not on Edge, so don't check this one. So this is, or these are the correct answers for this question. Please always remember to highlight and save your progress. The next question, it says accessibility checker in tools like PowerPoint, Word, Excel, OneNote, Outlook should be used to what here? Ensure someone can read your document regardless of device they are using, or ensure your text can be easily translated, or verifies your file against a set of rules that identify possible issues, of or for people who have a variety of disabilities. This is our correct answer. And I included in this way, I included here, it's the same in this way that I was sharing with you earlier. You will find a whole course on accessibility. It's in the links down. You will find it, and it will tell you more about this. And here about accessibility checker. But in brief, what is accessibility checker? Sometimes if you copy a word, an image, for example, from let's say from PowerPoint or from the internet, and you put it in your PowerPoint or in your Word, you will have a text. Most of the time now it's happening, generated, that says Alt plus something, etc. And then you can change that text to tell what is this picture about, for example. This is for people, for example, who have low vision or vision problems. Those people, if they cannot read a text, they can listen to it. So when the read aloud, for example, comes to that picture that is embedded in your document, it will read them that brief description that is added in that is a checker, the accessibility checker, that your images, your texts, whatever you are using could be read by those people in their in their devices. So that is why if you are designing something for publishing, for example, or for an audience and you're not sure who will be your audience, then you should use that or those options, because this will ensure inclusivity, if you want, that this document will reach everyone that is interested, of course, in it. So whether they have special abilities or special needs or not. So that is the accessibility option. Then the next one, in a hybrid classroom, Teams is used for what here? Microsoft Teams. Meeting environment with video chat and screen sharing? Yes. Learning management platform? Yes. Although in the UAE, it's very limited because we do not have the full version of Teams. We do not have all the add-ons and the extension, well, the add-ons. Because those are amazing, like for example the reading coach, the reading progress, which are crucial and very important in Teams. And now soon, inshallah, or actually it's happening already these days, they will be adding the research coach, which is amazing as well. So hopefully, inshallah, next year they will be added to our account or to our Teams account, because in the UAE, unfortunately, we cannot modify what we have. We cannot modify our accounts. It's from admin or from the, from the office. So perhaps if we contact them about these tools, they will be added to our accounts, inshallah, hopefully. But yes, it is a learning management platform. Why? Because it gives you, if you do assignments, you will have complete, detailed, amazing reports about reading progress, about, for example, when did they submit, and if you want to give them feedback, if you want them to share it, for example, somewhere, etc. Everything is possible through this amazing tool. Collaboration in both in-person and asynchronous settings, yes. Bring in guest speakers or connect with classrooms around the world, yes, of course. And the last one will be embedding other tools like Kahoot, Flipgrid, Word, YouTube, that you want students to access without leaving the Teams environment. Yes, all this is possible in Microsoft Teams. So you check them all for your answers, okay? The next one will be formative assessment, measures students' learning and is typically done when? Is it the formative assessment here? Is it at the beginning of the lesson or unit, during the lesson or unit, or at the end of the lesson or unit? So formative assessment, definitely it is during the lesson or the unit. The next one, when you create a quiz or a poll in Microsoft Forms, and I think now most of you are familiar with that, but we can try as well to look at forms. What are the possible answers available on Microsoft, or the possible questions, available in Microsoft Forms. So you have a choice, yes, ranking, text, rating, and Likert. So let's just quickly have a quick example or a glimpse like that. And we continue. So this is my page of Microsoft Forms, for example. So I will click new quiz or new form. And then you will have, or you will be able to see. So I'm adding a question. It could be here a choice, a text, rating, type. The rest here, the rest is here. It could be ranking or Likert. Okay, so this is how Likert looks like. And this is ranking when you write like a couple of sentences and you ask students to rank them. So it's all possible here. And let's go back. When using OneNote, students can create their own practice math assessments with forms that will show them if they get or if they got the correct answer. Yes, that is true. On OneNote, there are a couple of sections. There is the class section, and there is the teacher section. So let me just, well, I'm not going into OneNote as well here, like details, because this will require a whole new training as well. But on OneNote, there are a couple of options that are there or that are added. I just wanted to see if I can show you an example of, but I did not use OneNote this year with my students. Honestly, we used more Flipgrid and the other tools, but not OneNote. In the past here, we used to have here, you know, a couple of tabs, but you can, one of the things that you can add to your tabs will be either whiteboard or Word, and you can add here the apps like Kahoot or Viva Learning. Let me see here if we can add OneNote. Used to be an option, like every team used to have a class notebook that is added here. But as I said, unfortunately for us, it's a bit limited, and hopefully they will change that in the past. But for OneNote, you should try it, because it's like your you can design it in many possible ways. You could use it to, of course, to create your personal meetings and minutes if you want, files, etc. You can create it with your students. There will be a section for teachers, a section, a teacher for you, and a section for each student. There will be also, and this is the class notebook, OneNote class notebook, collaboration space, etc. So it could all be added in there. And it's a very interesting tool. Please try to explore it yourself. Now, types of teams that are available with Microsoft Teams in education. Of course, here this is in education. So yes, there are class teams and staff teams, PLC teams, and anyone teams. What is anyone teams? Anyone teams are teams that, for example, schools or organizations create to have, for example, let's say if it's a school, you will have all the school community in there. You will have teachers, parents, and you will have as well students added to them. Now, the next section will be about breakout rooms. And here it will ask you to put in the correct order how to start breakout rooms. So luckily, alhamdulillah, this year, most of us are using breakout rooms, but I can quickly show you how the steps. But for us, for example, if you are on Teams, like in our meeting, like now, from here, I can just go and click rooms from here and start the process of creating breakout rooms. And as you can see there, you will have the options. It comes to you create rooms, etc. But this in the question or in the application process, it starts from the very beginning. It starts from the very beginning. You have the Microsoft Teams desktop app. You have the calendar. That's the second one. You have you have to choose the channel where you are meeting, for example, and then you have, or the next step will be join the meeting, which is step 4. And after that, you will find yourself in the teams and then follow the steps like we have just seen. So click breakout rooms from there, choose the number of rooms that you want. For example, is it 2, 3, based on the numbers that you already have. And then you can choose either automatically or manually, and then you create the rooms. Okay, so let me take a screenshot from this because well, you have it in this way, but I will post a screenshot in the chat anyway, just in case. So these are the steps from the very beginning, like from the calendar. It starts from the calendar when someone is creating a meeting, and then you can use it there right away. Okay, so these are the steps. Now, the next part will be about the MIEE expert. They will ask you if you have been an expert in 2020 and 2021, not last year, but the year before. So if yes, you click yes. If no, you click no. Type, why are they asking about a year before? Because this is in case you did not apply, for example, last year, but you were in the program before. So if you click yes, the questions will change, see? But for us, so it's up to you. Whether if you were an MIEE before, you will have different questions. Now, these questions here, it asks you, or it tells you that you can write in your local language or use the translator to, of course, translate and submit. It says here how you leverage Microsoft tools to increase accessibility for all learners in your classroom. What tools do you use and how do they support different learning needs? So for example, here you can speak about the immersive reader. If you used it, you can speak about the translator. You can speak about the different other tools like Microsoft Sway, for example, for presentations, easy and nice presentations. You can speak about PowerPoint and how students can change them into videos, etc. But especially here, focus on things like accessibility. Accessibility, which means everyone can reach them regardless of their abilities and their needs. So immersive reader will be a good thing to mention here. They use, for example, they can select the characters and the size of the letter. They can change background, etc. The next question, it says, tell us about a series of lessons or units or project you did with learners that incorporates Microsoft technology for improved learning outcomes. What 21st CLD or here, this course, I shared with you the links in this way from last time. So this course is made up of a couple of sections or it's a whole path, learning path, and it's made up of modules. And if you finish that course, you will be able to apply for the MCE certification. I already explained it last time. So you have the link of it in this way, but here the levels, it focuses mainly on 21st century skills. So what is a project or activities or lessons that you did with your students in your classroom that you incorporated Microsoft technology? Did they present, for example, with PowerPoint or with Sway or with OneNote, for example? Did they work together on OneNote? Did they create forms, for example, to check their learning or to give feedback to each other? Did you use, for example, OneDrive to collect their work and put it all together in one folder, for example? Did you share with them, for example, a PowerPoint presentation, or did you ask them to design something on Word? No matter what are the tools that you have used, you have to speak about that project and mention or focus on the needs, the skills, if you want, the 21st century skills that your students have learned and have developed in or during this course. Now, after that, the question will come, it's about the previous one. So it says here, provide a link to an example of a learning artifact from a project your learners completed using Microsoft tools. You will have to put the artifact somewhere where you can share with a URL. An artifact is a tangible result of the student learning. How did they demonstrate what they have learned? So this one here, in this one here, or this is where you can put your Sway link. So in the Sway link, you can include in the first, you can add different titles, just like the one that we have. So you can, in this way, you can add titles and you can put samples of your students' works, products, if you want. That is a learning artifact. It's something that students created or made after they worked together, after they collaborated in a project, etc. And that is their product. It shows their learning, it shows what they understood, it shows their tools, it shows their skills to present something or to design something. So this is like the end of the year already, I know, but definitely you should have like your evidence from term 1 or term 2 or term 3, it doesn't matter. You can include it here. Do you have to include everything? Well, it's up to you, but you can create a Sway with all the screenshots and the activities that you have implemented in your classroom and that you shared with your students. Here it says, the next question, describe the artifact, the result of student learning, how it demonstrated the desired learning objectives, and how Microsoft tools were a critical part of the learnings. This is you here. You will use your words to describe this artifact and the impact, if you want, when your students work together on this. What learning objectives have you achieved? What tools were really important or necessary that you couldn't have finished that project without it? So if your students presented using PowerPoint, for example, or Sway, or if you used, for example, Microsoft Forms in the end to test their learning, or if they used it to give feedback to each other, etc. It could be anything. These are just examples for me that I can think of, but you can find more evidence if you want to add in this section here. And then it says, share 2 examples of how you have supported both your own learning and the learning and growth of your colleagues. Describe the activities that you completed and led and how it resulted in better teaching and learning. So here you can mention how you are if you trained your colleagues on something, or if you shared with them something about Microsoft or Microsoft tools, if you taught someone about these tools, for example, if you are in a group or in a committee and you are using OneDrive, or you are using, for example, Teams to share folders or to share important documents, for example. If you used Microsoft Forms, if you used, well, OneDrive is really very important. If you gave a training via Microsoft Teams, for example, etc. All these are examples. So you take screenshots and you put them in the Sway and you number the question, like the last question here. And of course, use it in the description. So you can, even you yourself, now you are attending with me, you can take a screenshot from this training and you can save it, because this is how you are supporting yourself. You are attending a training with an MIEE expert, for example. So this is how you are supporting yourself. Take screenshots of your learning, for example, on Microsoft Learn. Share some of your certificates on Microsoft Learn. And if you yourself have given any training to your colleagues, but remember, if you gave the training, if it is on Microsoft Teams, it doesn't matter what kind of training that is. So you can mention, I'm training my colleagues on something using Microsoft Teams. But if you trained them on a Microsoft tool, that's even better. So if you trained people on OneDrive or Forms, for example, or PowerPoint, or any of the, or Sway, etc., then you document your work and you add it to this way. So this link here in the top could include all of your work, all of your evidence, not just the artifact. The artifact could be a section or could be a Sway within the Sway itself. It doesn't matter. And remember, even after you submit the, so if you answer these questions, now you want to get done with this. You answer these questions and you included your transcript, you created this way, but you added to it only a few pages, and then you can stop, I'm sorry, and then you can upload it and submit your application, while later you can add to your sway and you can edit it anytime you want, but before it is seen by by Microsoft. So the deadline is the 7th. For me, you have today. If you answer those questions, you can save a progress. Okay, because so you make sure that your answers are not lost. But once you answer these questions, you can submit your application. But remember, your sway, please make sure that every time your sway is, the link will be for anyone can view the link, but not, you have to be very careful with this, okay? Because it's really important. You don't want your work to be lost. Okay, so this is the end of this section here. I already, or earlier, my colleagues shared the Microsoft forms and the achievement codes. The achievement codes, if you just click the links, they will be added directly to your, of course, achievements on Microsoft Learn. Okay. Okay, yes. So I have a question here. So please now, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask your questions or post them in the chat. I will allow microphones for, well, you can actually unmute and ask. Let me show quickly how you can download your transcript from Microsoft Learn. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so I will go back to Microsoft Learn. Okay, so this is Microsoft Learn. This is a profile or my profile. I always go here, Miss Gloria. I think Miss Gloria asked the question. For everyone, of course. Yes, Miss Gloria. So here I am. I go to my page on Learn, and then I click profile. I shared the link for Microsoft Learn in the chat earlier. Share again if you need. So just let me know if you need it, please. And it is also in this way. So here is my profile. I will click it. It will take me to my profile page. In this profile, you have a couple of things, like, for example, your badges, your trophies, etc. And you have your trainings, certification. By the way, certifications, we said last time that they are the ones that are paid, like PowerPoint or, for example, MCE, etc. Here you can find your achievements, but your transcript, there is something here that says transcript. So you save, you click it, you print, and let me now just make sure that it is there. We'll go step by step on that. You will have your preview. So this is my transcript, for example. Is it necessary to our training, and you will be eligible for MIEE application? However, it's better that you finish the necessary courses that are shared with you in this way. So here I already shared my transcript or saved my transcript. Just a minute. So I will save it, for example, here on my computer, transcript. I will say, but that is not finished. Okay, now transcript is ready. You should go to your OneDrive. I will show you how to get a link on, or get a link from your OneDrive if you need to. So I'm waiting for this to upload. So from Office 365, I will go to OneDrive. So here is my OneDrive. It will open. Of course, if you have a lot of files in your OneDrive, so you can create bus only a new one, or you can simply upload your transcript and share it. But it's better that it's up to you. It's like if you have a lot of files in your main drive or in your OneDrive, then I advise you that you choose one, for example, and you say, for example, you give it the number 1 and you write my transcript, for example. So I put it here 1 because I want it on the top, and then I would say my transcript or my Microsoft transcript, and then you add the folder. Then you will find it on, in the top. There you can just upload your transcript. So I will choose files, and I will upload it from my laptop to, of course, to this drive, and then I will share with anyone, or I will choose the link. Anyone with the link can view. So here, this is my transcript. I wait for it to be uploaded. Please, this is very important because last year and the year before, many people had this issue. When you are sharing, remember, you click or you choose the correct option. Make sure that you share your folder. Anyone with the link can view. You see, sometimes it will give you the other options. It will give you people in my administration or whatever. So just to choose the default one and then apply. And then here is the link. So you can just copy it. And advice here, do not shorten the link because you will just copy it and paste it in the nomination section. So do not shorten the link because sometimes short links have issues and do not open. So please do not shorten your link. Just keep it as it is and paste it in the nomination process. In the nomination form. Okay, I hope this is clear. Is there another question? If you have another question, go ahead. If not, please remember to register, redeem the codes, because this is how you are helping us. And of course, you will get achievements on your transcript, will be added to your points. And join our Telegram channel later, please. You will get there your certificates and you will get your updates. If there are any updates or anything, we will be sharing with you there. So the attendance link is in the chat. I will share again with you. And that's it for today. For me, I finished. Go ahead, please, if you have any questions. If not, I will stop recording and feel free to leave, but please again redeem the codes. Just to click the 2 links here and it will take you directly to redeem codes. And thank you very much. I will stop recording now. I know this is a bit long, but this is the application process. It's, it's a lot of questions and steps, and we want to make sure that we are doing it the right way, just to ensure that we all, inshallah, get our MIEE. Thank you very much. That would be all for me. Now we cannot access out. No, my dear, no, you can actually, if you logged in with your MOE account in your MIE. So are you MIEE from last year? Okay.
Yes, Yes, I am MIEE from last year, and I know last year, I feel sure I was using my MOE account because that's what I used.
You can log in. Yes, miss, you can log in with the same account. It has nothing to do with the accounts not activated.
You know how you put in, how you click choose school or work email?
Yes.
When I click that, it sends me to MOE. When I put in 2 passwords, 3 passwords.
You forgot your password.
Well, I did not forget my MOE password, but I also tried my ESE password. I tried 3 passwords.
ESE, it will not Yes. No, it will, if it is ESE, it will be a different account.
No.
But because you are a returning MIEE, this whole process is different for us. For MIEEs, it's different now. It's only 5 questions, and many of these steps are not even required. But you need, Miss, because there is still time, because the deadline is the 7th of July.
No
So
problem.
I will, if you contact me on Telegram, or if you join the channel and then text me, or there is already, I posted a couple of weeks ago, the support link from Microsoft. If you contact them, they will give you back your, they will merge your MOE, but you have to remember the account, like only the MOE account, not the password. So you text, you show them, like you email them. I will send you the email of this person and you can email directly.
Okay.
And explain your issue and give them the new account and the old account and everything, and they will merge both accounts for you.
Okay.
I had the same issue, but it's resolved. But I did not forget, honestly, my I kept using the same password, so it worked for me. But now, because we switched to ESE, it had to be combined. So to make sure that you get your you know, your certification and everything in one place.
Okay, because I saw where it says renew the certificate. I mean, you want to renew MIEE. I found it one time, but then I couldn't find it again. So
That's the one. That's what you need. So
yes,
this means if you found it, you have to try to log in. You know, so yeah, you log in, but not with ESE. No,
right,
Miss.
MOE. That's why I got
Yes.
stuck. That's why I got.
Yes, it doesn't matter. If the account has changed, it doesn't matter, because you can edit it in the, you see, in the nomination process. Let me see if I can get back to that. In the nomination section, it tells you that you can edit personal information. So you can log in there and do account and everything, but you will still always log in with the same, with the old email. It will be fine, even if it is deactivated in the MOE. So try to log in again with that, if it works for you, because this is where you see renew.
Okay. If it's not working, because I've tried many times, if it's not working for me, I need to get that person's number information. I will start there.
Yes, okay. I will share with you the information of that guy, and hopefully, inshallah, they will help you. Inshallah. But if you found it once, that means that it's there, that your work is not out.
I saw it somewhere, and then I saw how you had the option to renew, but then I couldn't find it again because I saw that how you had the option to renew. So
Yes,
I don't know where I got it from.
exactly. But okay, did you try the login section here? This one, the event core.
Yeah, because I'm almost finished my whole application because I had already started over. So
Okay, with the new account, yeah. No, but that would be unfair. It's like, no, it's better because you've been MIEE before. You want to continue, not to start a new one, because
at this point, either way is fine. I'm just saying, I know I saw how you could renew, but with my account, I couldn't find it again. I couldn't see it for myself. I saw it on yours on Monday.
okay. I hope you find it. I hope it works for you, inshallah. But you have to contact them. Yeah, I guess because
Can you
if
just
you
put the
contact them, they can combine both accounts for you, and then
can you put the information on in the Telegram group because I'm already in the Telegram group.
yes, okay, okay. I will get the link from the email. I have to find it first because it's been a while ago. I will find the link, the support email, and I will post it there, and I will write a note about it. Okay. Okay, so that So we will continue, inshallah. We will do sway, and we will do, hopefully, inshallah, Flipgrid. We will do, inshallah, I will try to get access to Teams, to the reading coach and reading progress, but perhaps later. Inshallah, we will do Wakelet, inshallah, in English. So we will try to get some interesting courses in the couple of coming weeks, and hopefully you follow us and you join us again. Thank you, everyone, and have a lovely day, inshallah. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.